Hey, I am Izzy Noodles and I am kicking off a new TRLE walkthrough today, Malaysian Artifact. I'm not yet sure if this will be a Nomad walkthrough, as I need to take a bit more time to take a look at the final level, get good at that one, see if it can be possible. So this part 1 video is actually going to be quite short, sorry about that, but I feel that the final video will make up for that. It's going to be pretty long, I think. So here we go, let's get into this. Malaysia present day. So firstly, as we advance through this jungle, there will be a tiger. Continue around to this right hand side. Down here we will have a snake, so just deal with that first. Oh, it's still alive. Okay, and then continue down this side, and there will be a lever. So this game doesn't always show you what's happened, but if you have a look around, it's not too difficult to find out. Everything is in close proximity to levers and such. So on the way to finding this trapdoor right here that we've just opened up, there is this shotgun shell. And then just make your way down. So Lara doesn't always grab this ladder, as you can see, but she's fine. And then just be sure to grab 2 medpacks. And then just be very careful in this room. We can clearly see there is a lot of fire. So you can very easily crawl your way through. So kind of time consuming, but it's the safest way to get through. So just make your way all the way to the end. There we go, and once you finally get to the end, there is this lever. So we have been shown the cutaway there to show what opened, but of course I didn't point it out. But we are now going to make our way straight there. Okay, once you reach these pillars, you will be safe. Okay, so what opened was a door right up there, so we can easily get up there using these rocks over here and grab this ledge. Awesome stuff, and then just make your way in and the door will close behind you. So right here we have a medpack, and then on the opposite side we have a torch. We actually don't need to use the torch, but we have such limited flares right now at the beginning of the game, I'm gonna make use of its light source. This can be frustrating because there are very few flares at the beginning of this game. But right now we're in kind of a mazy section. It's not too mazy to begin with. So the moment it does get mazy, you'll come to this spot. So you see we have this bush on the left, and then it kind of forks off. We actually don't need to go to any of these other paths. And you kind of somehow end up back at the beginning. So yeah, we actually just want to come this way. And here you see there's another plant coming out of a crawl space. This is a secret. I'm going to make use of a flare, so I'm going to really quickly light a flare, crawl in and crawl out. So you can bring the torch down here. It's kind of annoying to keep throwing a torch though. But yes, I now have 2 flares left in my possession. So grab the torch again, continue along. And this tile, you probably didn't hear it, but it has dropped a trapdoor and it is timed. So let me just show you around before I start trying to do the timed stuff. So there's a few holes like this. These are spike traps. Do be careful. And around on this opposite side, here we go. Here is the trapdoor. So this is a pretty snug timer. And just to emphasize, we don't need to do anything with the torch. So you can just throw it down. Don't need it. Okay, and I'm going to make use of a flare again. Oh, I didn't quite stand on that tile. Ugh, come on. But then just roll and make sure to grab the edge. You'll be just in time. And then let go, hit the very bottom of the slope, be making sure to hold jump so she jumps straight off. Awesome stuff, and then crawl your way underneath these. Also, I probably should point out, you know, when you land on the slope over there, like this whole area is a spike pit. If you fall, you'll die. Okay, so right here we do have another torch. We do need to be using this. We can't actually light it here. Very frustrating, so we're gonna have to light it here. If you've also been struggling with the timed run, be sure to save, just in case. You don't want to set yourself on fire. Tough to line up. There we go. So if you're struggling, kind of turn towards the wall a little better, a little more. So with the torch we can light these 2 braziers. That opens this door here. And these 2 braziers over this side, Lara just does not light them with the torch. So instead you can light this. That's what opens that, and that is a secret, so I'm going to go grab that first. Gonna leave my torch where I know where it is, just in front of this doorway. Okay, and then start climbing on up to the secret. So when you can't climb any further just here, you can hop back and grab the ladder behind. And here we go. So safest way down, just come over this way or the other way. It really doesn't matter, but basically, you know, just shimmy over to one of the ladders and make your way down. Okay, so continuing on, make sure to grab the torch, come into this room. And then just throw the torch down because we have not 1, not 2, but 3 tigers. Okay, once they're down, just kind of try and find where you threw the torch. Okay, we need to get this to the top of the central structure. So easy hop to here and then easy hop to here. So you'll probably want to be a little more careful with this jump. I don't know how easy it is to hit your head on the higher bit and then just, you know, bounce off all the way down to the bottom. Easy, and there we go. Final jump, just be all the way to the edge, and just a standing jump will do. There we go, that has opened the next door. And we're done with the torch, don't need it anymore. So just carefully make your way down. Oh, bit of damage, that's fine. This level 1 is incredibly easy to do without using meds. Okay, so right here we have a super heavy fun slide. At the end you can see a rope that we need to grab. So because I'm so limited on flares, I'm not going to have a flare lit while I'm doing this. So you won't see much, but you want to grab that rope. There is a spike pit below it. So at the end of the slope you also get one last tile that's pretty dark. You kind of look like you need to jump before that, but there is an extra tile you can work with when you are ready. So I'm not going to save, I'm going to save it when I'm on the rope. Wish me luck. So last tile coming up. And there we go. So yeah, it is pretty dark, sorry about that. I'm just trying to hang on to my last flare that I have right now. And I said that there's a spike trap below, spike pit, and you cannot be at the bottom of this rope. This is one thing that makes this jump off of the rope very tricky. Okay, so if you just slide down so that Laura is kind of parallel or maybe just a little bit past that trapdoor that you can see glowing in the distance. And just bear with it, but just keep swinging. It takes a while, but just keep swinging. If you want to use the meds, then go for it. I'm just stubborn, we know this by now. Oh, that usually works. So perhaps I was just a bit too high. It's hard to gauge. There's also the super swing you can try if you want. I'm purposely not going to do it to show that you don't need to do any special techniques. So the speedrunners call it the super swing. Basically, as you're swinging back, just here, let go of the sprint to stop swinging. Wait for Lara to grab her legs back up onto the rope. And then press sprint again, and then she forces herself forward just a little bit more. I don't suppose you'd believe me if I told you I had actually already nailed this. I got it down perfectly, and now Laura is being a doofus. I think I'm still in exactly the same position, so this might not work. Again, I might need to just be a little higher on the rope. There we go, third time's a charm. Okay, so in this room I'm going to use my final flare to show you there is a shimmy gap just here. We can shimmy along to the end to grab a secret. And then drop on out the gap and across the other side of the room With a flare lit, you can more easily see we have this jump switch right here, and we have 2 pickups of Uzi Clips. So grab the jump switch, that will open up the trap door. So in here in the water there are 5 underwater levers that you need to pull. The first one is right behind you. And they blend in kind of well. So number 2. So once you find the 5 levers, underwater levers, and use them, the way out will be opened up. So number 3. And I'm now just going to go back and get some air. So now head on up higher through this gap. Lever 4 right behind you. And number 5 is where it gets narrower, right here. Awesome stuff, climb on out. So this next room is so easy, just find a torch, light the torch, and then use the torch. So literally just light all the braziers that are not lit. Magic, and this door has opened. So straight away in this room you can see a lever. It is timed and will open a gate at the top of this slope. But if you look carefully, you can kind of just make out there is a row of boulders in the ceiling. So there are some pink patches of light. Those tiles are the ones that will trigger the boulders. So I'm actually just going to go ahead and trigger them all first to make it an easier run to the end. So this jump is actually kind of tricky to do because of the way this tile's raised a little bit higher. And then the middle, then across here, and just hop back again. That boulder would have already passed by the time you hop back. So that's all 5 boulders. Now I'm going to pull the timed lever. So it is kind of snug. Nope, definitely not going to make that. You see, this tile thwarts me a lot. I mean, you could actually just go to the right hand side, maybe. I never do that. And it is best to stop and then do a standing jump rather than trying to go into a running jump. Lara just fumbles. So in this room, yes, there was the music to warn you there's something in this room. Oh, but if you hop up the slope here, the tigers won't necessarily see you. Kind of irrelevant anyway, you can leave them be, because this particular tile here is the trigger tile that opens up the way out. So this is timed, so just rush across. And there we go, easy. And we do have the chance to grab another secret, so there is this shimmy gap. We can grab this and shimmy to the end. And there we go, climb into the secret space. Okay, so you can easily hop to the middle and then to the far side, or just do a running jump with a grab. It really doesn't matter. But when you leave that middle tile, you've just heard some spikes. So that is now a spike trap. And we'll have to use the monkey bars here to get back across. So be careful as you're swinging, because you see as Laura's hips swing from side to side, she can kind of go over that tile space and take a little bit of damage. Okay, and next be sure to pull this lever. This will open a door at the top of the ladder. And up we go. Okay, the door would have been right here. That would have been closed, but now we can head on through. And oh boy, wakey wakey, we have some clang clang doors. Okay, not too tricky. And at this slope here, we do have some more spikes. Let me come forward a little more to show you. So some spikes we'll need to hop over. And if you do want all secrets, there is another secret we can grab. You will need to hop over the spikes with a turn in the air. Oh, well, the spikes got me. At least we found the secret. There we go. I did jump a little too soon. But here we go. We can grab the ladder, make our way down to the secret. And there we go, we're very close to the end now. So just a couple of items we can grab in this room. Okay, and then we just need to make our way over to, you can't see it, but there's a lever high up at the end, just on the right hand side. Okay, and then that will open that gate. So that's the exit. So there is a tiger pen as well, so get ready for some fun when we unleash the tigers. So this particular jump here is actually really tough to do. For some reason Lara just does not like to grab that block. So the way I try and do this to line up, come to the end. So come to the end. And then just turn ever so slightly, not too much, otherwise you don't have the space to do the running jump. But just turn a little bit, do a running jump. And there we go, that usually works pretty much every time. But very tough jump, especially with the low ceiling to one side. So So that's opened the exit and the tiger pen. Okie dokie. So before making your way to the exit, the tiger pen is actually a secret, so just be sure to run into there and grab the final secret of the level. And then easy jump, you will need to make sure to curve a little bit. There we go, and grab in the air, whichever way you decide to jump, just to be sure to slide into the gap. And then slide on down to the end. So there we go, level 2. So thank you for watching, everyone. This video has actually not been as short as I had thought it was going to be. I added a few deaths in there for you to pad that out, did that on purpose. But anyway, thank you everyone for watching, and I will see you next time. Take it easy.